Everybody, listen carefully. The Martians are coming this way. We must evacuate the city. Take food and water and extra clothing with you.
You are no longer in control of your listening device.
Can't you see that you're at the mercy of every element of the universe?
Rick and Ryan will take you on a science fiction cinematic journey into the post-atomic space age.
We're not going to cooperate with these monsters.
We found a flying saucer. Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I think something is happening.
A chronological deep dive into the past.
Holy cow.
Put on your magnetic boots
Let's go.
and strap yourselves in for your ride with
The Unidentified Flying Podcast.
Hi, this is Rick. I'm here with Ryan for another fantastic voyage of the Unidentified Flying Podcast.
Tonight, Rick Reed will be playing the part of RFK Jr.
Yeah. Apparently I have space flu, space
You
bug.
have a space brainworm,
I have a space herpes.
and none of you know what it's been like because now I've been hearing all this stuff about how bad space vaccines are. So apparently, Rick is he's drank the intergalactic Kool-Aid, and he's slowly trying to redo the whole healthcare system of the Alexa Proteus 4.
Yep.
Way to go, Rick.
It's been a crazy couple months.
It's been a I almost said it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, we're Lex Proteus 4. It's another episode of UFP. We're we got a movie to talk about for this episode, which is out of the ordinary.
It's been a while.
We
remember that Vin Diesel movie, A Man Apart?
Yeah,
Where
I know.
and he was like, and the music in the trailer stops, and he goes, he's at the tombstone of his ex-girlfriend or his wife or whatever, and he's like, "Don't watch me now." And he turns around, and then he goes, "Can you take it all away when you shoved it in my face?" And all that
This is
shit.
what the brainworm is doing to Rick, because we literally did a whole skit on that in one of our other episodes.
Yeah, I guess I do remember. Yeah. Oh, well. It might have been the other podcast, though.
It was something about how I can't think of the early 2000s without thinking about Vin Diesel and nu metal.
Metal.
Both of them were encapsulated in the trailer for A Man Apart.
A Man Apart. Whatever makes you happy, whatever
Puddle of
makes
mud.
you sad. Yeah, I am turning into fucking RFPTUBK, whatever, RFK, whatever, Junior. Is it Junior? Is he Junior?
The lunatic with the brainworm back on
Yeah, I
Earth,
get it. Who's banging Larry David's ex-wife.
RFK Jr.
Yeah,
Yes.
I get it.
He once cheated on his wife with his babysitter, or the babysitter of their kids. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a great guy. He's helping out. He's making the world healthier down there.
That's what I hear.
Yeah,
we're not there to experience any of this good fortune that's going on.
Yeah, thank God.
That's what I heard.
So Rick,
Yup.
I know you don't really care, but
okay.
A couple things I found out recently back on Earth that Coca-Cola, the Coca-Cola company, after me writing several letters to them, both on a terrestrial computer and sending them transmissions from the Alexa Proteus, they have finally decided to bring Pib Zero back to the wider
Pib Zero
to the wider market rather than just regional. And I did have some friends on Earth who managed to buy several 24 packs of it, and they are sending them to me. Hopefully our ship rendezvous with the capsule and I get my Mr. Pibb. Wiggy Wiggy was making it for me, but it just wasn't as good.
No.
It just, as Gina Davis said in The Fly, it tastes synthetic. It
tastes synthetic.
It lacks a little finesse, but it's a Mr. Pibb Zero.
Cheeseburger.
That's my Gina Davis. I just for some reason slipped into a Bronx, New York mobster. But anyway, so that
reminds me that was the same same cadence and whatnot. Like when I explain New Yorkers to people, I use the story of Ryan buying a T-shirt at the Ghostbusters firehouse.
Yep.
As my example, because Ryan goes to because it's a fully functional firehouse. So there's, burly firemen in there that are from Brooklyn and Surly and whatnot. And Ryan said, hey, because they have Ghostbusters shirts. And he was like, how do I get one of those shirts? And he was like, you put money in my hand, I go get you a shirt. And it was hilarious. And that's kind of like that.
That was, well, it's like the first time we went to New York and we walked into a deli and we were just standing around and the guy goes, what do you want? And we were like, and we said, finally, we just went, can we get a seat? He goes, that's more like it. You want a seat? Say you want a seat. And he sat us. It was
I
like,
love it.
We were like, okay, I guess you just got to kind of have to be a dick in New York.
No, it's not even a dick. It's just, hey, just say what you want. I love it. I love New York. I love New York.
So does Jason Voorhees. My second bit of information is that I have finally decided to stop with the simulation.
Yeah, how's that going?
How's your
phony AI Earth going?
Yeah, I had a capsule built and my robot Wiggy Wiggy, that was him, programmed it for me to simulate exactly what my life would have been like back on Earth had I never left on the Lex Proteus. And I gotta say, I'm just pretty much done with it.
Bunch of AI slop.
No, I was in it and it was like, so here I am, right? I'm just in the simulation. I'm going to work, driving around, coming home, watching movies with my pets, and then going to bed. And I'm like, this is dumb. Like, and then what's
the point of going into space if you're just going to live back on Earth in a simulation while you're in space?
One of my virtual pets died.
Oh,
so I had to give him a virtual burial in a virtual backyard in this shitty little trailer I live in the
virtual shovel.
Yeah.
That you dug in the virtual stonier ground.
And then, of course, there was a woman. And you know what? I learned one important thing in the simulation, Rick. And I think this could apply to a lot of people back on Earth in real life. Just because someone is the person of your dreams does not mean you're the person of theirs. And
dang,
I woke up one day and just said, I'm in a simulation that I can literally do anything in. And for some dumb reason, I made myself get broken hearted over someone that doesn't exist, and a pet died. And I have to go to work and earn fake money by working fake hours when I could just be sleeping. So I've told Wiggy
Wiggy could be studying the cosmos and creating more robots to make Ben and Jerry's and
so
different things in space than doing that bullshit.
Yeah. So I'm done. I'm back to being single. I'm back to being unemployed. And I've got my robots. They're not pets because, I got my robot, Wiggy Wiggy, long ago consumed, for want of a better word, the other robots.
See previous episodes for context.
Yeah, he's basically trying to become V'ger. We've discussed this.
Yeah.
So, which is cool. I'm fine with that. He'll eventually take us as well, and we will survive in robotic form until the eventual heat death of the universe. So, on with the show, Rick. I'm back. I'm no longer going to do these episodes after living in a simulated depression. I'm going to live in a real depression, and I'll be just as miserable, but at least it'll be real.
I'm glad to hear it.
Actually, I might go back in it, but if I do, I'm going to, I don't know, I might try the cruising setting. I hear cruising is fun.
We just cruise through life.
No, cruising.
Yeah.
Bandanas in the back pocket. That kind of
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hear that's fun. I might try that.
You're getting experimental. Okay.
I always was, but there was nothing to experiment on in my dull ass fucking simulation. Let's discuss tonight's movie. What do we got, Rick? During World War II, American bomber pilot Steve Holloway and 3 of his crew survive a crash and drift at sea. Until, after 8 days, they land on a very odd island. Things get weird pretty fast. The island is populated by statuesque cave women descended from ancient druids, plus dinosaurs, or, lizards with fins taped to their bodies. And foliage that looks like it really should have its own dental plan. The tribe's leader, the fierce but very well coiffed Sandra, suspects the men are scouts for a nearby tribe of hairy men, in air quotes, aka Neanderthals, and only grudgingly grants them limited freedom, sending them on a quote-unquote friendly guided hike through a valley filled with man-eating plants and the aforementioned lizards with fins taped to their backs. So just when it seems like the American guys might make a break for it, chaos erupts. Literally, as the Neanderthals appear and let me guess, volcano starts blowing its top. In the ensuing fight, one of the crew dies, others survive, and Sandra has a decision to make. Does she sacrifice herself to save the island and the men? Or, dun dun dun, you'll have to watch Untamed Women to find out, because that's what we had to do. And I'm not sure we're the better for it, but I'm not sure we're the worse for it. So today's episode of the United Federation of Podcasters on the Unidentified Flying Podcast is 1952's Untamed Women. And it was released in the United States on September 12th of 1952. It was also re-released in the United States in 1956 for some odd reason. And if you lived in Germany, it wasn't released in Germany until the 13th of September in 1963. So you guys had to wait a whole 11 years for this treat. If you lived in Germany. No wonder you're all so miserable. I'm just kidding. I love the German people. And your food is not sad. It's pretty sad. They have a very sad cuisine.
Well, 'cause it's all like.
Have you ever had Stollen? Never mind.
Stollen? No.
Okay. So,
like their German chocolate cake, it's got coconut in it. It's gross.
Actually, that's one of the best things they make.
I don't like coconut.
What's wrong with you?
I don't like coconut.
You don't like anything.
Serious? I don't like coconut. No, it's gross. My mom used to love those fucking snowballs. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay,
like
those are gross.
Those Hostess balls with Hostess cake balls with like coconut, like pink coconut all over it. Fuck that.
Oh my God.
Like, I don't like Mounds.
Toasted coconut's pretty good though.
I don't like Mounds or Almond Joy.
I like Mounds.
All that. You don't like almonds? You're probably allergic to almonds.
I wouldn't kill a man for a Mounds, but I might kick him in the shin for a Mounds.
Okay. Sometimes you feel like sometimes you don't.
Yeah. I would, however, kill a man for a Pib Zero. But I don't have to anymore.
Nope.
Because that should be on its way. So, Rick, Untamed Women.
Yep.
This is a whopping 70 minutes long, and it was directed by W. Merle Connell.
You'll be swell. You'll be great. Gonna have the whole world on a plate.
W. Merle Connell pretty much got his start and his finish in let's call them exploitation films. The most infamous is Test Tube Babies, released in 1948. He also did films with titles like Not Tonight, Henry, The Devil's Sleep, The Wild and the Wicked, and my favorite, Ding Dong Girlies.
Ding Dong Girlies.
French style girls, adults only, ooh la la.
Ooh
A
la
night
la.
in the Moulin Rouge. Okay,
Wow.
so you know what you're getting into with this guy. That's what he did. That's basically what he did. That was his career. He didn't make very many movies. Who knows? So this was written by a man by the name of George Wallace Sayer. And he has quite a few credits, but most of them are pretty much obscure, forgettable B movies, a lot of Westerns with titles like Wild Horse Phantom, Sheriff of Sage Valley, Fugitive of the Plains, and one creatively titled Alaska. He also did a film called Torture Ship in 1938 that stars Lyle Talbot and nobody else. It looks like he also did a Charlie Chan film called The Shanghai Cobra, which also has Manton Moreland in it. So I'm sure it's in no way racist.
Oh boy. No.
But, hey, check that out if you're a fan. So that's pretty much our pedigree here. I would say the person with the most notable credits is the film's composer, Raoul Krauchar. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. Most well known for his score for Invaders from Mars.
Yeah.
But he also did a couple of other films of note. The Blue Gardenia, a film noir. He did Billy the Kid versus Dracula, and Jesse James meets Frankenstein's daughter.
Those are both hot ones.
He did Bride of the Gorilla, and
Sweet.
A film that I think you're familiar with called The 30-Foot Bride of Candy Rock, starring one of the Costellos or Abbott.
That's Lou Costello's last movie.
Yeah.
And the one he did without Abbott.
Yeah.
And then he died before it got released.
Yeah. So we'll be getting to that movie, though, because it was released in 1959. He also did the score for a dinosaur film from 1948 that I like called Unknown Island. The Cool and the Crazy, Dirty O'Neill, Unknown Terror, Abbott and Costello, Captain Kidd.
What was that?
Abbott and Costello meet Captain Kidd.
You're getting the space herpes.
Yep. And he did the score for a 1968 film called The Bamboo Saucer. And probably the best movie he did the score for was an exploitation film from 1949 known as Wild Weed, but also under its alternate title, She Should Have Said No.
Oh my God.
So yeah, these guys were, exploitation B-movie filmmakers to the core.
Yeah.
And I don't know, not a whole lot going on in terms of pedigree on this movie. But what do you expect? It's a cheapy little movie that exploited both the jungle cinema that was popular at the time, the dash of science fiction. There's some dinosaurs, and for some reason, druids. So that's all I've got, Rick. I really don't have anything else, and I'm sorry. I wish I did, but I don't. So
the only pedigree you need, though, is in the cast.
Yeah,
and it's in our lead star, Mikel Conrad.
Oh my God, he's back.
He's back. Yeah. If you want to know all about Mikel Conrad, go back to our first episode, or one of the first episodes, The Flying Saucer.
Yeah.
And you'll know how much what we think of him or love about him.
We both love and detest Mikel Conrad.
I
love
detest him. I don't detest him. Are you kidding me?
No, he's great.
He's fine.
He's a good man. And a good man is hard to find.
That's what I hear.
Which is why I'm going to go cruising in my.
Yeah, you're looking for that good man, aren't you? Wow.
At least a hard one.
Space sickness has gotten to you. Doris Merrick in this movie. She plays Sandra. Yeah. She was in
Never Made a Bad Film.
Huh?
Never made a bad film.
Never made a bad film. She in several movies from the 40s and 50s. One of the better known ones is Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Oh yeah.
She was in a lot of westerns, a lot of film noir, but not terribly a whole lot. But she does her job in this. So
yes.
After that, we've got our crew of military men on this
lovable
movie
scamps.
Mission is a guy named Mark Lowell plays Ed. Morgan Jones plays Andy, and Morgan Jones actually has done quite a bit. Like he lived all the way up into the 90s. Like if you've done a lot, if you're on an episode of Simon and Simon and you're like a 50s B movie actor and you
Holy Christ,
you get all the way to Simon and Simon, I say you've made it, sir.
That's the pinnacle of his career is Simon and Simon.
Well, but I mean, he did all the rounds of he did Family, but all of his credits are like desk sergeant, shit like that, federal marshal.
Dude, he was damn good at playing a desk sergeant.
Yes. But he was in Dallas. He was in a Knight Rider episode. Yeah. Emergency, Ironside, Mannix, Star Trek. He was in a Star Trek episode. Well, that's something. Land of the Giants. So that guy, this is really the guy who probably worked the most in this movie is this guy, I think.
You think so?
So.
Okay.
But also, we have, we'll get to him too a little bit, but, Richard Monahan. Richard Monahan. Yep. And he is our, he's actually, he made it to Three Men and a Little Lady.
Wow.
He's got an uncredited role as a wedding guest on that.
Oh,
so,
well.
And he's a reporter he's uncredited in a lot. So I don't know if he was just doing, just bit extra work or whatnot, but he was on Fletch. He was in To Be or Not to Be, the remake, as opposed to our last movie had someone from the Jack Benny version. This is the Mel Brooks version.
The movie that up until a year ago you thought was directed by Mel Brooks.
What?
To Be or Not to Be?
To Be or Not to Be? Yeah, it's not, is it?
No.
I forget. It isn't. I always thought it was. Too, but
yeah.
No, it's Alan Johnson. Yeah, I thought that. I thought you were pulling my leg. I was like, are you serious? Because I guess I just naturally thought it was.
Well, just the poster and everything.
Everything looked like every other Mel Brooks movie at that time.
Yeah.
So
you're not the
only one. It looked like
one,
silent movie,
Yeah,
I mean,
you're not the only one.
Yeah, I've never seen the original, which I would really like to because I love Jack Benny. So
I hear he's a mean guy.
No, Jack Benny was not a mean guy. Bite your tongue.
Idea. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Anyway, so and we've got a handful of women in roles that I was gonna go character by character, but I'll be honest, I don't really know which one is which in this movie because some of them, they don't really call them by a name. They're just kind of, there's one point where they're like dancing in frame and just turning and looking at the camera. And it's like, I swear we see more women than are in the group shots.
Probably.
It's pretty wild. But anyway.
And they're pretty interchangeable. So
yes.
But to be fair, so are the dudes in this movie.
Dudes, yes. But Richard Monahan, he plays the stock character that we've talked about before G. Willikers, well, get her in a Studebaker, that kind of guy. So much to a point that even I was like, okay, calm down. Because this guy, for every minute, this guy's got something up his sleeve to say. It's like wild.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's our cast. Mikel Conrad plays Steve. And they say Steve a lot in this movie. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Steve. That kind of thing.
Well, he's kind of their leader.
He's the leader. He's the leader of because it's a group of bombardier pilots and shit.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's our cast, Ryan. What's it all about?
So, Rick.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, feelings, and emotions regarding Untamed Women?
Well,
yeah, mine too. That's about sums it up.
Well, no, because I actually I kind of had a blast with this movie.
Did you really?
Yes. This movie's chock full of great dialogue.
Bullshit!
Okay, maybe it's not great dialogue, but it's kind of like if you had to have a movie where a bunch of dudes on a mission crash on an island of Amazonian hot women and B-movie hijinks and stock footage ensue, this is kind of probably one of the best of that.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Really?
Mostly because of the dialogue.
Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Okay, well, no, it's outrageous because at first it starts with Mikel Conrad being in a hospital bed.
Yeah.
And the doctor is Lyle Talbot.
Yeah. And
the most convoluted beginning because it's like, well, we found him floating in a raft on his own. And then we brought him in and he's got a bruise on his brain from getting hit. So then we did this surgery on him. I mean, they go through all this and, that surgery didn't work. So, but now we've got this, but he can't remember anything. But we've got this serum that will help him remember for a bit, but it might kill him and it might wipe his brain completely. It's like so convoluted just to say he was found knocked out.
Yeah.
So then they ask him, they're like, okay, well, what, they're going to ask Steve, what happened on this mission they were on. And Lyle Talbot says it's like, because the dude he's talking to about Mikel Conrad being knocked out and laying in the hospital bed, he's like an archaeologist. And he's like, well, what am I here for? And he's like, you're here that in case he does say what happened and that he was on this desert island, you can tell me whether it's bullshit or not, pretty much. That's basically what he tells.
Which I don't think is standard procedure.
No, it was really weird.
Doctors calling in archaeologists on a regular basis
to make sure that this tale that he's about to tell, which they shouldn't really already know anything about yet because he's not awake. So
yeah,
how do they know there's an island or whatever?
I'm guessing he told them before he passed out.
Because he's bleeding from the head.
Yeah,
but they do this like experimental drug on him to get him talking, and he can barely talk. He's like, what?
Kind of like you right now.
No, I can't audibly talk. He could just barely talk at all, like mentally. Okay. He couldn't even say, he was just like, and they go, it's all right, Steve, count backwards from 100. And then he goes, 99. They dissolve into his story. And he goes from not being able to be communicative to sounding like Philip Marlowe in like 2 seconds. Because then he's like, it was on this stormy night that we took the charge of the, and he's like throwing all these sayings like, yeah, that's right. We dropped those eggs on them, which are the bombs. And he goes, and we landed them straight in their living room. And it's like, he's just talking like a private eye all of a sudden. Like he's retelling this story with like amazing film noir detail, like colorful metaphors and everything.
We got a call for a one-bomber scout mission the morning of May 3rd. With her 4 motors roaring, Lucy bounced along over the Pacific like a ballet dancer. It was about 3 hours later that we saw it. A nice, fat enemy cruiser right below us, They began spitting up all the hot lead they had, but Lucy danced right through it, while Benny, our bombardier, was getting ready to drop our calling card.
Boy, oh boy. This is the prettiest sight I've seen since I left Brooklyn. Little old eggs, do your stuff.
Those eggs were a pretty sight going down. And despite the heavy flak, we put them right in their living.
There's kind of a cool moment where the other pilot gets, all in the space of a minute, it's like, my navigator took one in the chest, and all of a sudden he's like, there's like blood splattered up, like they get hit by a missile or something of the plane, and it kills the navigator pilot. There's all these dudes like are rushing around, and they have to abandon ship. And I feel like, there's like a ton of people all of a sudden, because he goes from like this, and then we crashed into the water. We all abandoned ship. And the next night, we lost one of the boats. Like, I had to look, and I'm like, oh, there's 2 rafts full of people.
Yeah.
And immediately they just abandon it and say, we lost the second raft with the dudes on it, and we never saw it again. Now we've got 4 people left in the movie, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Because the guy that got hurt and they bandaged up, well, and we lost him in the night too. So they just dumped him overboard. But it's like in like 2 minutes, we've gone from getting hit in this plane to crashing. Now we're down to just the 4 people on the raft or whatever.
That night a storm hit us. For a while it was really rough. About all we could do was hang on and try to ride it out. We lost our compass and most of our equipment. And sometime during that night, we lost the other boat. We never saw it again. Ed kept the emergency transmitter going on the chance that help might be somewhere out there in the night. I sent up a flare, but it was no use. Henderson was getting weaker from shock and exposure, and there was little we could do for him. The storm continued into the next night, and that night, we lost Henderson. It was grim irony that he died and was buried at sea, just as the storm ended and the morning dawned bright and clear. We kept going in what Andy thought was the right direction. We never gave up grinding out our signals on the radio. Then time just stopped for us. For day after day, we just sat there staying alive. And being thankful to the headquarters Joe, who invented those little boxes of edibles known as emergency rations. It was Benny who first saw the island ahead.
Hey, look, fellas, a mirage.
Like at one point, Conrad Mikel says, it's like, when we hit the beach, I knew what Christopher Columbus felt like, because it was land, 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 or something like that. It's like, what? It's like, he's constantly like, they all go to lay down. The one guy, I think his name's Benny. He's the one that like, everything he says is like, oh, here we are crash landing, and I don't even know how to swim. He's like always got a joke or something. At one point, they're all sleeping together next to each other on the ground. And the one Benny guy, he lays like perpendicular to them totally. Like, and he's like, hey, Benny, why are you sleeping so weird? And he's like, oh, I always sleep north and south. It must be because of my magnetic personality.
Oh, Lord.
And he's like, well, how do you know which way north is? And he goes, because of where I sleep, you jerk. It's like, what? There's so many like one-liners like that. Like, there's one part where a guy is getting like mangled by a flesh-eating plant, and as they're getting him and rescuing him, laying him down, he goes into this shtick like,
I had a meek-looking dish tried out on me once. First time out with it, too. Cracked 3 of my ribs and almost broke my arm. So I made the first pass, but did I know she was a female wrestler?
When they meet all the slave girls come up, she's like, listen to me or whatever. And he's like, hey, I swear that lady just said English. And then she goes, ye will all follow the order or whatever. And he goes, ye? Whoa, wow. She's got a college degree too. It's just like, it's super stupid. And I can see you were not charmed by any of this, but I laughed a lot at how dumb all the lines were. Like, There's just a lot of amazing dialogue back and forth, I think. But yeah, these women that are inhabiting the island are druids.
Well, let's be clear. They're not slaves. They're
sorry. They're tribal women.
Yeah, they are in charge of this island. There are some,
yes,
as I said in the synopsis, their enemy on the island is a group of hairy men.
The other cavemen, they're called the hairy men.
Every once in a while raid the camp or raid their village or whatever and try to kidnap them. But the women easily defeat them.
I don't even think they kidnap them. They're like killing them.
Well, I think they want to kidnap them because, how else are they
But later when they show up, they're like, Sandra, because the lead tribal priestess name is Sandra, of all things, Sandra.
Yeah.
But they're like, Sandra, the hairy men are back and they're killing everybody. They were killing them. They were killing the sisters.
Yeah.
So they don't just try and kidnap them. They show up and try to straight up kill them and shit.
Yeah. You know what? At a certain point in time, okay, I got to be honest. I've seen this movie before. I've seen it a couple times actually. And I got to be honest with you. Every time I've rewatched it, I have no memory of the previous viewing. And by the time I'm done with it, I still have no memory of the viewing.
See, I thought you would have enjoyed some of the goofiness of it. Like the dialogue is great. It's so funny.
I find most of the characters irritating beyond belief. Well,
yeah, go figure, because you hate those kind of characters, and that one guy is like a joke machine, and just like, oh man, all the time just talking about Jersey and talking about this and talking about that.
Here we go. I'll say this. I did find it funny how it's like these guys are constantly referring to women as either dolls, dames, or dishes.
No, it's really bad.
Their fake 5 o'clock shadows.
That's the best.
Are ridiculous. Like it looks
because that's why the women think they're part of the hairy tribe, because, well, you have hair or you have a beard. Their beards are next level.
Awful.
Amazing.
They're as great. Bad as that fake mustache in Sleepaway Camp.
Oh man. There's parts where it looks like Mikel Conrad has wiped off the front part of his beard.
Yeah.
Because it's just makeup or shadow of the beard. That's kind of what it is. This movie, in some small way, had all the charm of like making a movie in your backyard. And that's what I kind of enjoyed about it.
I get that. And there's parts of it I do appreciate. I like the man-eating plants. I'm sick of that dinosaur footage, but whatever.
Yeah, it's the same shit we see. Even the volcano, because of course a volcano just erupts. It's one of those movies where we're on an island and we're with a bunch of people and a volcano erupts and then we got to get off the island.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what this movie is, just like a lot of the other ones we've seen.
What I don't understand is these islands in these movies, always have a volcano that apparently is inactive up until now. Like for some reason, it's always now. Oh, I guess that volcano.
Because these people have lived there thousands of years, or years and years, and
supposedly.
But now
supposedly.
So
I appreciate that. And I do think the plane crash at the beginning is kind of neat looking. And then some of the shots of them on the raft during the storm, I recall being charmed by, but no.
It's a lot of action right away.
Rick, I don't like this movie.
Oh man.
I think it's boring.
There's that part that's great where the one character, like they because basically they get there, they meet the women. The women are like, you can't stay here. You're banished to this forbidden zone or whatever. They go into the forbidden area where there's a cave there that they can live, but they can't be part of the tribe. And of course, there's dinosaurs and woolly mammoths and all kinds of shit over there. And then the women show up when they're in trouble with the dinosaur to help them because they really, because not all the women agree with the priestess. They want these dicks. They want these dudes.
Brother, well, I feel about 10 years younger when I shave off this fur piece.
I tell you, this kid Cleo could work at the saltwater baths anytime. Baby, where'd you learn to give rub-downs like that?
The strange-tongued one speaketh in riddles.
Riddles or not, honey, you're just my cup of tea. Hey, Steve, how about splitting up the stuff, huh? There's a pool back there we can take a bath, shave, and then crack open a few cans of rations and throw the girls a little party. USA style.
I will bathe thee.
And I will bring thee food.
And I will soothe thy wounds. And I will...
I'm willing. Whatever you say, my sweet.
All right, you goony birds. Knock it off.
And they literally are like, oh, we want to mate with them. How are we going to mate? They even talk about like, well, there's only 4 of them. How are we going to do this? Well, we'll draw straws. They're all about it.
Yeah, I don't think they'll have a problem. I think these guys will be more than happy to contribute a load or two to the cause. I mean, I don't imagine they'll have to do many straw drawings, and it doesn't make sense because like they only need one of the dudes. I mean, it's that whole thing like women, a group of women would technically only need one guy to start repopulating the planet.
Yeah.
But now if you were like 7 dudes with one woman.
I think they're kind of monogamous too, though.
No, but I'm just saying if it's 7 dudes with one woman, then you're in trouble because that's going to take 9 months. But seriously, you could sperm farm these guys for eternity and be fine.
They can repopulate this island.
Well, you're
no
right.
problem.
I guess maybe they are monogamous, and
because they were talking about, oh well, who will get to do it, and they were talking about pairing off with them.
Yeah,
but basically, they're like, oh well, why did you try to help us? Because they're like, you saved us after. That's what's weird. They banished them only to come and save them from where they banished them to.
Yeah.
And then they say, okay, the priestess is like, okay, you can hang in a better area, but you just can't talk to the girls. But the girls, man, they ain't having that. They're sneaking over all the time wanting to talk to these dudes.
Yeah.
So, and then a bunch of hairy men show up, start killing everybody with spears, and a volcano goes off. And then everybody fucking dies.
Yeah.
Like,
except for Conrad Mikel.
Except for Conrad Mikel. There's some great stuff though, where they're like, the sisters are like standing on a cliff, and the rocks like fall all over them.
Yeah.
And the one girl's like, oh no, the sisters. And then I'm like, well, wait a minute, she can't survive either. No one else. Where are these other people? Because it's just Conrad Mikel that gets found in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
So they kill everyone. He gets bonked on the head by a rock. And he's walking around the last 5 minutes going, duh, 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 and
until he slips into film noir voiceover mode, then he can talk plainly.
Yeah, then he's fine again.
Yeah, you
and
just
then,
have to give him a minute.
And then he wakes up, and they're like, I don't know, this story's bullshit. And the archaeologist there is like, man, I don't know about this. But then because the priestess handed him the medallion that like is the seal of leadership, so he could lead the tribe, which he led them right to their deaths. So Conrad Mikel. And then the archaeologist is like, holy shit, that's a druid thing. And like, that's real deal. How did he get that?
Yeah.
So the movie ends on he was telling the truth the whole time. But I'm just saying there was colorful moments all throughout it with like insanely stupid, bouncy dialogue. There's one part where this guy they get away. They're walking in the jungle, and they're like, "What's wrong with you, Ed?" I don't know if it's Ed, but it's one of them dudes. Yeah. What's wrong with you, Ed? And he's like, "Yeah, I just, man, women." Ugh. And they're like, "What's wrong with you?" My mom.
Yeah.
My mom used to just control my life. Ugh. And he gets all pissed about his mom telling the story, and he runs off. And Conrad Mikel has the best line. He's like,
Let him go, Andy. Maybe it won't eat him up so much now that he's got his guts untwisted.
for one of these kinds of movies, it was pretty fun and silly. And I was never bored because the dialogue was so insane.
Sure.
I don't know.
Okay. No, more power to you, dude. I'm glad you did.
Was there any doubt? Come on, it's that kind of thing. I was
honestly, I am kind of surprised. I honestly thought you were gonna feel the same way as me, because I just think this is an absolute snooze fest.
I'm wide awake.
All right, good. This is an interesting time to bring this up because I've thought about this many times, but I don't think I've ever mentioned it before. But one of the vessels through which I discovered these types of movies, and by these types of movies, I mean old B movies, what some people...
Jungle movies?
No, but what some people like to call so bad they're good movies, which I hate saying that, but for want of a better term, these kinds of movies. I was a kid. This was back in 1986. I don't know if you ever saw this show. I don't remember which network it ran on, and I believe it was probably either late Friday nights or Saturday nights. It was called the Cannes Film Festival, and it was a show where these like young college age kids ran a rundown old movie theater, and they only ever showed B movies, and they did little wraparound skits, and then they would go to the movie. And I watched this thing religiously to the point where like it only ran through 1986. And I have found little snippets here and there on YouTube, but for years I thought I dreamt it because, and this was before I even knew what the Cannes Film Festival was. I didn't know it was a play on words. And
the Conrad Mikel Film Festival?
Cannes, Canned. But yeah, sure, Conrad Film Fest. Anyway, this is the show where I first saw
Conrad.
I first saw Slime People. I first saw The Blob. I first saw Robot Monster. And apparently this movie had lain in obscurity for years. And it was picked up in the 70s and 80s as part of those packages that some distributors would do of old school horror and science fiction movies. And they would sell packages of them to TV stations and license them, and then people could show them. And apparently this one resurfaced around this time, and what was one of the movies showed on the Cannes Film Festival show. And
oh, wow.
I'm not going to say I recall seeing it back then on this show. I just listed the ones that really stuck out to me. And I loved the show. Like this was before even Mystery Science Theater. And and these guys weren't like your typical horror hosts. They were just, what are we showing tonight? Something called The Green Slime. And then they do, I'd love to find them. I would love to find episodes of this show because they were such a formative experience for me as a kid, discovering this whole world of weird movies. And, I think it's one of those things that sometimes when you go back to like what shaped me as a kid, and it's like, Star Wars and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, but that show, the Cannes Film Festival, kind of had a big impact on me because
I mean, if you're still thinking about it and talking about it 40 years later, then
it was like the other day I was talking to somebody about like, what were the formative experiences that shaped my sense of humor? And everybody's got their ones they go back to. And I was like, what really shaped my sense of humor was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Like just seeing that as a young kid, and then Jesus, it is dry. But
space herpes.
Those kind of things where you're just like, sometimes if you look past the obvious influences on your life, you find these little tidbits of things you
Deep
kind
ones,
of forgot
yeah.
about that were like, actually, I bet you that had a bigger impact on me than Star Wars, because
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Well, Star Wars impacted everybody at the same rate, kind of. Like, I mean, it impacted everybody.
Yeah.
It was what it was. So, but yeah, the more off the beaten path things that you watch, that you're lucky to find one other person that watched that. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I used to watch that show.
So anyway, that's kind of why I thought it'd be a good point to bring that up, because we will eventually be getting to some of those movies that I first saw in that. And so yeah, I do have fond memories of that, especially Robot Monster, which I'll save my unrequited passion for that film when we get to it later in the decade. But anyway, yeah, Untamed Women seems to have resurfaced around that time, and thanks to
there
shows
was even
like
there was a 60s version on YouTube. There's a colorized version. Well, I mean, it wouldn't have been in the 60s, of course. I guess I don't know when they actually colorized it, but there is a colorized version out there.
Yeah, it might have been around the same time.
And it doesn't look that bad, but I still watch the.
Well, was this when Ted Turner was colorizing all the old movies back in the 80s?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It must have been, but someone out there decided Untamed Women needed a colorized treatment.
Apparently it did. I
Want
don't
to see them women in color.
I don't need that. So
I can't go for that.
No can do. So I don't know what to tell you, Rick. I am extremely happy that you loved this film so much.
I love it. I'm just saying, I had a good time with it.
But
it was funny.
Don't
there's a lot of good stuff in it.
I don't hate it, but
I mean, at one point they're like, then come on, you laugh at any of like the tribe, the hairy men throwing the spears.
No,
and like,
because I've seen it so many times before.
No, yeah, that makes sense, because it really was like all of it was from another movie. It felt like.
Well, to be honest with you,
we've seen so many of them that had this footage and the volcano.
Well, I kept expecting Jungle Jim to just come barreling in.
Jungle Jim, maybe that's why I liked it, because it did remind me of a Jungle Jim movie.
It basically is a Jungle Jim movie.
It was a Jungle Jim movie with Conrad Mikel.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I will admit Conrad Mikel is just, I still haven't figured that dude out, and he's just a riot to watch, because
everything he said was gold in this movie. I thought
he must have thought of himself as a serious thespian, but
he was fine.
Man, he never got his due. He never got his break.
No,
other than an uncredited role in Godzilla. But
it's funny that you didn't like it this way, because the way I did, because I thought it was like, well, this is a good example of what you get when you have Mikel Conrad and a better director.
Oh God, no.
If better director, but better than him.
I don't think I agree with that at all.
Maybe not.
I think they're on the same tier.
Yeah, it's pretty much. Well, that's what I mean. I thought this movie was fun in the same way as like a Plan 9, where every line was ridiculous.
Yeah, but Plan 9 has personality.
Line.
This has no personality.
I agree with that. Every line is ridiculous.
There's no creativity to any of it. Like, it's just so flat and basic. Like, I just don't like Plan 9. You can at least see there's some guy with a weird vision behind it all,
philosophy to it.
No, not even a philosophy.
No,
but
this movie's not saying anything. This movie's doesn't have anything to say.
I'm not talking philosophy. I'm saying a vision. Like, say what
it's just a straight island, women island movie with a volcano that blows up.
Say what you want about Ed Wood, but that guy had a vision in his movies. It's not necessarily good, but he was definitely an auteur.
I'm just talking dialogue. I just thought the dialogue there was always something fun about every other sentence that these guys were saying.
Ugh.
There was either fun or cringy or terrible. It was just like, I thought it was a lot of fun for that very reason.
No, it's fine. I'm not judging you.
I know you're not. I don't give a fuck.
But I honestly,
you can go back to your goddamn simulation and I got because my voice is thrashed. I got throat coat tea. You might need some of that while you're out cruising for space Pacinos.
Dude,
and shit.
I know how to prep. Just shut up. So yeah, I don't know, Rick. This might be because more often than not, I think we're sort of close in our opinion. No, I'm not saying we agree always, but we're sort of close. You know, we're a star or half star off.
Come on, I'm not that far off. It's not like I thought it was fantastic.
I meant between each other.
I get it.
Well, no,
I'm just saying I don't think I'm that far off.
When you know how many
stars
stars I give it, I think we're going to be pretty far off.
Oh, then I'm okay. All right, we probably might be far off.
This might be one of the more divisive of the.
Hey, Ryan, meet me halfway.
No. Across the sky. Such a weird theme song for a movie where they constantly remind you that the world does not meet you halfway.
Yeah.
And yet the song is about meeting halfway.
Yeah,
I can't figure that one out either. What's going on, Stallone? The world never meets you halfway. Meet me halfway. So it's like mixed messages there. Sly. All right, Rick. Well, fine. What? How many stars do you give this film, Untamed Women, from 1952, starring Mikel Conrad?
I'm saying, for what it is, for a dumb jungle movie with stupid dialogue, if that's a genre, this is a 3-star movie of that genre.
Are you serial? Okay.
I'll give it 3 stars.
All right.
I'll go on that hill.
Are you gonna head to Letterboxd?
I'll die on that hill, or I'll take it there.
Are you gonna head to Letterboxd and log that as a 3-star film?
I guess when you put it like that, it's like when push comes to shove and I actually have to fill in that star with a click. I am going to think, well, that's ridiculous.
You are going to be, if you do.
All right.
Just so you know,
I will give it.
Hey, just so you know, if you do that, you will be the 25th person to rate it 3 stars.
Really?
Yeah. Only 24 other people before you have given it 3 stars.
Well, you know what? Screw it. I'll live by my convictions.
Finally.
I was going to go down to 2.5. No, you know what? Because of Benny and his antics and the guy who hates women who gets almost eaten by a plant immediately, and Mikel Conrad's like cocksure kind of like wannabe Mike Hammer, Philip Marlowe, whatever, kind of like, you know, like Frank Drebin-ish, you know, I will say 3 stars.
All right. I give it
out of 5.
I give it 1.5.
You know what? We're not that we're far apart.
Yeah,
but we're pretty
far apart.
We're not that far apart.
No, we're pretty far apart. That's fine.
Well, that's fine.
Who cares?
I still love you. It's fine.
1.5 stars for me. I can't give it any more than
3
that.
for me.
It pretty much gets a half star.
I'm gonna get a T-shirt that made and it says 3 for me.
All right. As mentioned, it's based on 244 ratings on Letterboxd. It's currently sets at a 2.8 out of 5. The vast majority of people who have rated it give it 2 stars and below.
Well, 2.8, you said?
Yeah, out of 5. But
out of 5, that's close. That's closer to 3.
Keep in mind, only 244 people have bothered to rate it.
Well, now it's only been out so long.
Now, if we head over to IMDb, on the other hand,
let's see what those assholes say.
On a scale, 337 people have rated the movie on IMDb, and it currently sits at a 3.6 out of 10.
Well, there you are.
Yeah, there I am. And it has absolutely no presence whatsoever on Rotten Tomatoes. So barely anybody, probably no one has reviewed it on Rotten Tomatoes. So there you go. This
well, Rick Reed says it's a 3-star movie.
This film did not win any awards, Rick. It did not win any awards. It is available to stream on various services if you are so inclined. I won't tell you what they are because God knows they'll probably change. And it looks like
tomorrow Criterion will announce a new Blu-ray.
Which, don't worry, if it came in on Blu-ray, I'd totally buy it.
He'd buy it.
It was released on DVD at some point on a double feature with Cuban Rebel Girls starring Errol Flynn. Part of a series called Positively No Refunds. This was volume 2 of Positively No Refunds. Cuban Rebel Girls and Untamed Women on a DVD. I don't know when this came out. Back in 2010, maybe. But it is streaming. You can find it streaming, and it's probably on YouTube as well. I don't know. But yeah, it's a very unremarkable movie, this Untamed Women. And
you didn't think Sandra did a good job?
No.
Like when they're trying to prove that they flew in a plane, she's like, a plane is a field. What are you talking about? And an airplane. You can fly now. The sky is open to you.
No.
See, that's good.
Little interesting fact. The German version of this movie, which I previously stated was released in 1967, it apparently runs 8 minutes longer and has an additional scene shot with different uncredited actresses in Germany and was cut into the plot.
Whoa.
Was cut into the plot to show more nudity.
Oh, man.
It was the late 60s, so that was probably allowed in Germany. This seemed to be necessary to the distributor who released the movie 11 years after its U.S. premiere, when the amount of nudity in motion pictures had increased. So hunt that one down, Rick. You can get the German cut with probably some side butt and some under boob. And
some urination. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a golden shower.
It's not an Ilsa movie.
No, it's not an Ilsa movie.
You know what's wild? It's speaking of Ilsa, because that Ed Gein documentary, there's a whole subplot about Ilsa. At one point, he even sends her a ham radio while the Ilsa's in jail so he can talk to Ilsa, which never happened. But
Ed Gein sent a ham radio to Diane Thorne.
You've got to watch that series. It's outrageous.
Why would they add that?
Because it was in his mind. They take liberties all over with like what was in his mind.
Did he see those movies while he was in prison?
No, because Ilsa was also there was comics of Ilsa and like magazines from Germany that showed like Jewish concentration camps and shit. So he was all turned on and into that.
Bizarre.
But my point is there's a whole Ilsa thing running in that, which I'm thinking, are normal people watching this?
Yeah.
And it's like there. And also this year, Ilsa, She-Wolf of the SS came out on 4K Blu-ray. And it was like me and Lewis were talking about like it's the year of Ilsa for some reason.
I'm a bigger fan of Harem Keeper of the Oil Sheiks.
Me too. That's good. That's a real good. That's also coming on 4K. Well, and on the back of the Blu-rays, it says, what's the company? Lionsgate. And it's like,
oh wow,
Lionsgate. Are you sure? Do they know what they just put out? That they put out Ilsa, She-Wolf of the SS, and Harem of the Oil Sheiks. Do they have any idea?
Dude, Nazis are big right now, man.
That's true.
Stephen Miller probably does an audio commentary.
Oh man, that dude wears probably pantyhose and watches that shit.
Yeah.
Buy the Ilsa Blu-rays. No, Ed Gein's into Ilsa comics.
Okay.
So it was the year of Ilsa. I don't know how I got on Ilsa, but oh well.
It doesn't matter. It's always good to get on Ilsa. Or
Yes,
let
I would
her on
agree.
you.
Yeah.
Let us move on to some other business.
Yes.
We have a couple items of listener feedback.
People listen?
Yeah. The first one is a question.
Uh-oh.
This comes from longtime listener Hojo. Dear UFP, what film you have covered so far deserves to be improved or punished with a second screen update like the hilarious Ice Cube War of the Worlds? For those of you not familiar with either of these things, second screen films or screen life films are a sort of offshoot of found footage where all the action takes place on computer screens.
Oh, so, like Unfriended.
Unfriended, Host. They're basically called either screen life or second screen.
Wow.
Like I said, it's
because they're not found footage, but
they're not quite found footage, but they're definitely kissing cousins to found footage.
I'm a fan.
Ice Cube's recent film War of the Worlds was released as a second screen film, and
what movie that we've covered
should be improved upon or punished with a second screen remake version or update. Well, War of the Worlds were okay. Let me preface this by saying, if any of you haven't seen it,
doesn't work, but it works.
This War of the Worlds film starring Ice Cube is probably the stupidest yet most entertaining film I saw in 2025. Like, it's dumb as fuck. It is, and it is produced by Amazon, and it does not let you forget it.
Oh man,
there is a whole action sequence predicated on offering a guy a Amazon gift card in order for him to grab a drone so that they can to turn a drone back over so it can fly back up in the sky. And they bribe him with Amazon gift cards.
That's wonderful.
No, one of the main characters in it, Ice Cube's daughter's fiance, is a driver for Amazon.
Oh, amazing.
No, I'm just saying, if you want to have a good time, it's hard to beat War of the Worlds with Ice Cube.
I'm shocked that the Martians weren't defeated by a virus on the Amazon Prime site or something.
I'm not going to spoil it for you, Rick, but you're not far off.
God. I hope so.
Let's just say
I still have not watched it. I can't believe I haven't.
You need to see
so
this
I need to watch it.
It's it was shot during the pandemic, which makes sense because that's how they could shoot movies back then. We weren't allowed to go out. They shut a lot of film sets down. So they were like, well, let's just have everybody set in front of computers and phones, and we'll do an alien invasion movie, and we'll just call it War of the Worlds.
Because it's like public domain now. Anyone can do it.
Yeah, well, the title is. So it's like, fuck it, why not? And I'm telling you, for me, it was a blast.
Yeah, I still got to watch it.
I haven't laughed as much as I have in a long time as I did at that movie.
I mean, I still haven't watched it, but I was sold on it when you told me that at one point Ice Cube's, he's talking to his daughter or a son or someone online, and he's FaceTiming as he's walking around, and he walks outside and sees a big tripod, and Ice Cube says, "Get away from that thing."
No, he sees his daughter run out of a building, and as she's passing by the building, there's a huge alien spacecraft tripod thing behind her about to demolish the building, and all he says is, "Oh man, get away from that thing." Like, you could tell Ice Cube had no idea what he was supposed to be looking at.
He didn't know the level of where to put that line.
Which is basically all of his acting. Like, you could tell they just sat him in a room and said, okay, react to this, react to that.
Just say shit.
Oh, it's so fun. It's so fun.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
It's so dumb. But okay, not counting War of the Worlds then, which we haven't got to on this show yet.
No.
What could work, Rick?
5 would be interesting. Well, I mean, how do we do this? Because these movies don't take place. So we'd have to update them to being in this time period and whatnot.
I got
technology. So I think 5 would be good.
It's updated to now. Yeah, but 5 couldn't work because all the power grids are down. It was a nuclear war.
Oh, okay. Well, but I mean, you do it with 5 people left on Earth. Okay, what?
Think about this. Red Planet Mars. They're getting the messages in a chat room.
Oh, that is it. That is the movie.
Yeah.
It is, because it's Jesus on Mars.
Jesus on Mars.
That's the movie.
Jesus is communicating with people on social media.
You could totally do that movie now like that. Yes.
All right.
For what it is. There it is. You nailed it.
Okay. Awesome. So there's your answer, Hojo, is Red Planet Mars. And what's interesting is that leads us into our next bit of listener feedback. Are you ready for this, Rick?
Yeah. We are in trouble. We're in trouble.
Yes.
Okay.
Just brace yourself. We put ourselves out there. We have to expect that from time to time we're going to get called on things.
We're Gen X, and we say things off the cuff. That
this refers to our episode about Red Planet Mars.
Yeah.
And on that episode, we made comments about one Mr. Kevin Sorbo remaking the movie, because Red Planet Mars, for those of you who either don't know or haven't listened to that episode, you should go do that. We'll wait. Okay, now that you're back, you know that Red Planet Mars was basically Christian propaganda.
Yes.
And we suggested perhaps
Dean Cain and Kevin Sorbo. And
perhaps a bit sarcastically that Kevin Sorbo, and yes, we may or may not have put in a clip of him talking some bullshit, because, fuck Kevin Sorbo. But anyway, this letter is in reference to that, or this email we got.
Okay.
This is from a Mr. Carlson F. Timfrit.
Oh my God. Okay.
Hope I'm pronouncing that right, Mr. Timfrit. Dear UFP hosts, I love you and your show, but it pains me to listen to you, knowing you are both going to hell. I pray for you every night and before every meal. I eat at Culver's a lot. I know it's a favorite of Ryan's. Maybe someday we will share a meal there, and perhaps I can convince him of the evils of his ways.
I love Culver's.
Seriously, Ryan, think of it. Heaven is like one long, super tasty Heath Bar concrete mixer. You have only to ask for forgiveness, and it can all be yours.
I mean, that's a good point.
I pray so much for you both that my wife is jealous. What concerns me the most is how cruel you were to Kevin Sorbo in your recent episode on Red Planet Mars. How dare you both? Kevin Sorbo is the living embodiment of positive Jesus-level masculinity. Like Jesus, Kevin Sorbo is both handsome, Christian, and white. Do you not understand what a hero he is to us handsome white Christian guys? Every day he dies a million little deaths for our sins. Cole and the Conquered is arguably one of the greatest fantasy films of all time, and it led so many handsome white men to Christ. He could pee Kool-Aid into my wife's mouth, and I would let her dribble it into my mouth.
Oh my God.
We would pretend it is the blood of our Savior. We would make love in his honor. I will keep listening, but I think you both should go and watch Cole's Conquerors and really listen to what Christ is trying to tell you through Kevin Sorbo's talents. Quit being fags. You're both better than that. Mr. Carlson F. Timfrit.
Wow.
So, Rick, we are in trouble.
I've seen Call the Conqueror, so what does that mean?
I'm not sure he has, because
I don't know.
He calls it Cole and the Conquered, and then later calls it Cole's Conquerors.
Oh, I thought that was just you saying it.
No, I'm reading this word for word.
Okay.
Cole's Conquerors, and he also says Sorbo is both handsome, Christian, and white. That's 3 things, but whatever. Okay, so sorry, Mr. Carlson. I don't take any of it back. Do you, Rick? Really?
No, well, no. If it gets me a concrete mixer at Culver's,
no, you have to convert.
I'll think about it for a concrete mixer.
Yeah, but Rick, you could just go buy one.
Yeah, but I could get one free and convert. I mean, what do I care?
I mean, that's up to you, Rick. I'm not going to judge you.
I am like Bunny in Ed Wood. Like, do you renounce? Do you
accept
whatever,
the Lord Jesus Christ as your Savior?
Sure, sure, whatever. No. Yeah, I'm not converting anytime soon. I'll go buy my own delicious concrete mixer, which I actually always get with double peanut butter cup and add Heath.
I just get Heath.
Heath is good.
Thanks,
too.
Mr. Timfrit.
I appreciate that message though, and I'm glad you're thinking about us.
We appreciate you taking the time, and we appreciate your prayers. And have fun.
I'm gonna think about
in your wife's mouth.
Your mouth, yeah, dribbling Kool-Aid pee in your wife's mouth or whatever. Yeah, kind of interested.
So
more about that, I guess.
We're going to move on from the listener feedback, and we're going to finally, after several episodes, we are going to reveal the results of our last 6 degrees of Richard Gere contest. And I probably won't ever do it again because very few people participated this time, as opposed to the one that did it before that. We got 2 this time, not counting me and you, Rick. So if you guys remember, I believe it was our last episode, our last Jungle Gym episode. I can't remember the title of it because, God damn it, they're all the same. But
Jungle Gym and the Temple of the Yik Yak, or no,
whatever.
That's Gwendolyn.
I liked that last one. Whatever, the one I liked a lot. That one.
Yeah, that was a good one. It's good.
So we challenged you to find the link between Johnny Weissmuller and Richard Gere in 6 films or fewer. So we will start out with our listeners before we get to me and you, because I'm pretty positive I've got all of you beat.
How many?
Because apparently I'm a Richard Gere super fan. I'm a stan. I'm a Richard Gere stan. So I know my Richard Gere, and I think I got everybody beat. But we'll get to that. You ready?
Sure.
So our first listener is a man by the name of Joe Whitaker, which he apparently used to be a cadet on our ship, but I don't know what happened to that.
He got jettisoned into space by accident.
Well, he was still able to listen because he was able to submit his answers to this challenge. One caveat, though, he did say that his list would not work unless we were counting TV shows. So we're just going to allow it.
We'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do it. So he started with Richard Gere and worked his way to Johnny Weissmuller. Everybody else seems to have worked from Johnny Weissmuller to Richard Gere. So Joe says Richard Gere starred in Movie 42 with Seth MacFarlane.
Did he really?
Seth MacFarlane starred in Star Trek Enterprise with Scott Bakula. Scott Bakula starred with Dean Stockwell in Quantum Leap, and Dean Stockwell starred with Johnny Weissmuller in One Ton Ton Dog Who Saved Hollywood.
Oh my God.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
4. All right.
4 degrees.
With the caveat of TV.
TV, but whatever.
Yep. But fine. But yeah.
So, okay, 4. Good job, Joe. We shall see. The next one comes from listener Anthony Carpenter.
See, you're catching it.
No, my throat's really dry. Johnny Weissmuller starred with Ben Chapman in Jungle Moon Men.
Yeah.
Ben Chapman starred with John Agar in Revenge of the Creature. the sequel to Creature from the Black Lagoon. John Agar starred with Lloyd Bachner in Mr. No Legs, which was directed by Rico Browning, who played the creature in Creature from the Black Lagoon.
That's a good tie.
I don't know if this was intentional, but okay. So John Agar and Lloyd Bachner starred in Mr. No Legs.
So that's 3.
Lloyd Bachner starred with Lee Marvin in Point Blank. And then Mr. Lee Marvin starred with Gene Hackman in Prime Cut.
Oh, we're at 5.
Gene Hackman starred with Richard Gere in the Sidney Lumet film Power.
Okay.
So that's 6, correct?
Yeah, he went the distance.
You went the distance, Anthony. So far you're in 4th place. Well, no, you're behind Joe, so you're in 2nd place. But Rick and I have to go now. So, Rick, would you like to go next?
No, I want you to.
No, I want you to.
No, I want you to.
I insist.
No, I insist, because I'm the one that just came up with mine.
You don't have to tell people that.
Anyway, okay. I want to know the number that you did, at least.
I'm not going to tell you. What's the fun in that?
Damn it.
Yes, give me your 6 degrees.
I have it in 4 movies.
Okay, then you are tied with Joe. Then let's hear them. Now, did you use all movies?
I used all movies.
Okay, then you probably beat Joe.
I'm a little up on. That's a slight extra credit.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Johnny Weissmuller was in Tarzan with Maureen O'Hara.
Maureen O'Hara?
Huh?
Maureen O'Hara?
Or not Maureen O'Hara. What's her name?
You mean Maureen O'Sullivan?
Maureen O'Sullivan. No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me start this over then. I want to make sure. Why am I saying Maureen O'Hara? Who am I thinking of Maureen O'Hara then?
I don't think, is there a Maureen O'Hara? Or are you thinking of Scarlett O'Hara? Because
Maureen O'Hara.
In Tarzan the Ape Man.
Yes, Maureen O'Hara. She was in The Quiet Man with John Wayne. O'Hara.
I don't see Maureen O'Hara listed as one of the stars of Tarzan the Ape Man. I'm looking at it right now. I see Maureen O'Sullivan. Are you thinking of a different Tarzan film?
Oh, you're right. No, I don't have it. I have that, but if you give me a second, then I might be able to, let me give a chance to replace it.
I'm gonna have to watch these Tarzan movies because they're all like an hour and 40 minutes compared to Jungle Jim's like an hour.
Hour and 10. Yeah. Yeah, this sucks because I totally screwed up thinking the wrong person. All right, I probably got it in 5.
Okay.
So I got it in 5. I got Johnny Weissmuller was in the I don't know how to pronounce it. The Pinks, the fake Pinks or Finks.
The Finks.
PY. Is it Finks?
Yeah.
The Finks, which also had Pat McCormick in it.
Okay.
Who was in Smoking the Bandit with Burt Reynolds.
Okay.
Burt Reynolds was in City Lights. Is it called City Lights with Clint Eastwood?
I think it's called City Heat.
City Heat. That's it. Sorry. Yeah. City Heat with Clint Eastwood, who was in Perfect World with Kevin Costner, who was in The Untouchables with Sean Connery, and Sean Connery was in First Night with Richard Gere.
All right. Okay.
Tried to shave one off and I couldn't get there.
So you're between Joe and Anthony.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm on 5. What did you get, asshole?
Okay. Yeah, I got it in 2.
Are you serious?
No, 3. Sorry, I got it in
okay.
3. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Johnny Weissmuller starred with Maureen O'Sullivan in Tarzan the Ape Man.
Yep.
Maureen O'Sullivan starred in Peggy Sue Got Married with Helen Hunt.
Oh, okay.
Helen Hunt is in Dr. T and the Women with Richard Gere.
Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm impressed. That was good.
I know my Richard Gere. I guess so. I also know when you're playing the game, either go to a Woody Allen film the film JFK or a Robert Altman film.
I tried to go. I was going JFK because when I mixed up Maureen O'Hara and Maureen O'Sullivan, I was going I was going to Tarzan with her, and then I was going to, because thinking it was Maureen O'Hara, I was thinking John Candy, Only the Lonely, and then I was going JFK with Kevin Costner to Sean Connery to Gear.
Okay.
But I screwed up not knowing. I had my Marines mixed up.
Yeah. So, all right, I win.
Yeah, but I win because I also said I got to put Pat McCormick in somewhere, which is kind of sweet.
But you know what? We all won because
we all won.
Because getting to think about Johnny Weissmuller and Richard Gere without their shirts on is a great way to spend. In fact, you know what? When I go in my next simulation, I'm gonna program both cruising.
You're gonna cruise for Johnny Weissmuller?
No, American Gigolo. I'm gonna be like, I want to live in American Gigolo, and everywhere I go, I hear Debbie Harry on the radio singing, "Call me on the line, call me any time, call me." And Paul Schrader will direct my life.
All right, that's fair.
The sea hides many worlds beneath its surface. Some of them are still actively volcanic.
Then how do you account for this, Professor? It was found clenched in Steve's hand when they took him off the boat.
It's amazing. Priceless. An alloy that hasn't been used by man not since the days of the Druids.
Farewell for now, fellow listeners. Please remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Also, every thrilling episode is available on YouTube. And if you're tuning in via Spotify, feel free to leave us a comment. Or if you want to make direct contact, fire off an interstellar message to the unidentified flying podcast at gmail.com. Follow, review, and share. Your engagement helps us battle the nefarious algorithm, the Dark Lord of the universe. And remember, friends, keep watching the skies.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, showtime!
Rick is a boob. It's fun to say boob and tube, Ice Cube in War of the Worlds.